Hi, I'm Charlie Brockman, and this is my project on formative versus summative assessments. What are formative and summative assessments? A formative assessment is an assessment that measures student progress and learning throughout the learning period. It measures all of the progress that students are making with understanding and applying their new knowledge, and it also helps to give teachers feedback on where the students are in their learning. The summative assessment is an assessment that measures how much the students learned at the end of a learning period. It measures how much they mastered in their learning at the end of an instructional period. When do they occur? A formative assessment typically occurs throughout the instructional period. Because the goal is to measure how the students are doing in their learning, formative assessment takes place all throughout the learning period. On the other hand, a summative assessment typically occurs at the end of a learning period. Since the goal is to determine how much a student learned after the learning period is over, summative assessments take place after the learning period is over. How are they used? A formative assessment is used by taking the results of the assessment and providing feedback to the students, as well as altering and adjusting instructional methods and lesson plans according to the results. So if the students are grasping the subject, the educator may not feel a need to adjust their instruction at all and can provide that positive feedback to the students. But if the students are not grasping the subject, the educator may make changes to their lesson plans and instruction and provide students with that adequate feedback to let them know how they're doing. In formative assessments, students and teachers can take the feedback to see where they are doing well and where they still need more support. A summative assessment is used by educators when looking at the results and determining the effectiveness of their teaching and instructional methods based off of those results. It's used by students getting a grade or a report on how well they did to determine if they actually mastered the subject or not. It also provides feedback to both the educator and the student to see how well the students mastered the subject at the end of the learning period. What are the benefits and examples? So the benefits of a formative assessment are that students and teachers get ongoing, continuous feedback throughout the learning period that can help them further their success. They're lower stakes than summative assessments, meaning there's not typically grades or reports based off of them. Students can gain feedback rather than grades, and then it can also yield more achievement gains and motivate students to make more progress. Examples of formative assessments are observations, exit tickets, pop quizzes, conversations with students, check-ins with students, or written feedback. The benefits of a summative assessment are that they provide a measurable report of student performance, and they determine if teachers are meeting teaching standards as well as students meeting learning standards. So they help determine if students have met instructional standards and goals. Examples of summative assessments are end-of-unit exams, projects, portfolios, standardized tests, or essays. Thank you.